Welcome back to another Real Chums movie news segment. Welcome. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Welcome. Take it from the top.
Welcome back to another Real Chums movie news. We are excited to be talking about these stories here today. Actually, I'm excited to talk about them and hear them from Marcel because he's done all the work.
Yeah, it was a bit of a quiet week, I feel like, but some good stuff.
Good stuff.
Look, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe. Every Saturday we have a podcast episode, movie news. What else do we do?
We also do trailer reactions and first impressions. So check those out when you get a second. We'd love to have you join be one of our new chums.
So let's jump into this. I want to talk about, you probably saw this, the Academy is wanting to explore the possibility of stunt category.
I did not see this.
Oh, okay.
This is exciting.
This is exciting.
We're huge proponents.
We are.
Huge proponents that this should be something the Academy should be doing for many years.
They should have been doing this decades ago.
Decades.
Empire magazine had a conversation with Bill Kramer, the CEO at the Academy. This is what he said, quote, "We're talking to members of the stunt community who are Academy members about the possibility of adding a category. We added a new award that will launch in 2 years for casting directors."
I did hear that.
So we're always open to those discussions. Thoughts? I mean, we go.
Look, we said this before. Like, honestly, it's like a little too late. I'm like, oh, it's like we're gonna consider
I
it.
hate that he says that we're considering it. We're talking to people. There's the possibility of it. No, dude, just commit to it, man.
Commit. Don't be like. And I don't know if this is like this is part of this dog and pony show because like it's televised. So like, but there's a lot of things that they could do. So like, I know they've the cutting different things that aren't going to be televised, which was a big kind of like struggle. At this point, I'm like, let's just have like an Academy Award show that features only the top things, and then have maybe a stream that covers the rest of it offline.
Really?
Like, why not make it something that's a way for them? Look, trademark. If you freaking do this, I'm gonna come after you saying that I have to. But like, okay, if say, hey, you want to become a member, or like if you're a member of the Academy Awards, you get to see that you get to stream the televised setup, or you get to be part of the media coverage or whatever for this sort of thing. They can pay a small fee for like people like us who want to televise, do stream content, or like
you do know that the Oscars has been losing viewerships for like the last decade, right? Every year.
Yes, I know.
And so your recommendation is to now have us pay to watch the stuff that's quote unquote not as, I don't even want to say important, but someone's yelling at us. Someone from the Academy.
No, yeah. I just don't. I'm not saying they have to pay. It could be free, but the thing is, like, it's a huge production.
It's a massive production.
They do it because they know they can be ad money and people are going to tune in, right? So there's two options you can do. You either have you can have it be done by like, hey, do a small fee to be able to join in on the fee on the stream. Look. $10 cheaper than a movie ticket, right? Like to watch the stream for people who want to watch it, or they can get the big awards that people want to tune in for in like an hour time span, right? They do like one segment and then they have the rest of the show or whatever after the fact, right? So they still get ad money from streaming it for a specific segment with some special numbers and whatever, and then they have the other section that like goes from there. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like people, or is it time that we retire this thing? I don't.
You are showing your true colors, man.
I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying like they almost got rid of editing.
Yeah, got rid of like the award showing in, right?
Yes, award showing. But
I think what they're doing now is during the commercials they give out awards so that way we, the audience, don't have to watch and feel like it's getting bogged down, right? And editing was one of those, right?
Right.
Where they weren't going to televise it. Look. Yes, they do need to add this as a category. I don't know why they're doing casting directors first over this. Something needs to happen with the Academy, especially with the awards, just because it is long. People are losing interest. I think this past year, having the likes of Barbie and even the song being nominated in the doing the whole song helped, but this is good news. But at the same time, I'm worried that they're going to be like, oh, now we're adding more stuff to it. What do we need a televised version of it, and what's on the cutting board?
What to me, I'm like, there's just got to be a way. I just feel like they need to change how the awards, that whole system needs to change, right? That's essentially what I'm trying to say. It's like at the end of the day, yes, we want to honor these people. In a lot of cases, some cases it's like a political thing. In some cases, it's a huge like moment for individuals to share and we get to hear such heartfelt
Ki Hwan Khan.
Yes, I can never say that name. So like him coming in and just hearing that heartfelt, like those are the moments we want to hear, right? So like in some fashion, maybe don't make it live.
That's what I was thinking. I wonder if you recorded the night before and then do like so it's televised on ABC, which is owned by Disney. Put it on Hulu.
Yeah.
And do you can stream it on Hulu, and you have like the stupid red carpet moment, which I don't know who still watches that, but people do.
People do. People only watch that.
That's true. I'm here for the awards, not what people are wearing.
Yeah.
And then maybe you have like that segment, and then you stream what you want to watch.
The fact that like, oh, we're considerate just feels like it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Why are you playing hard again, Academy? We'll wait and see what happens on that front. Next bit of news. So Shawn Levy is in talks to direct the 5th Avengers movie. So Shawn is the one who directed Adam Project. He's doing Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
Okay.
Free Guy. Real Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, he's getting a lot of hype because of Deadpool and Wolverine. But this is what's happening. It was originally announced that the guy that directed Shang-Chi was going to take on Avengers 5.
I remember this.
And now, apparently, Shawn is in early conversations for that. Your thoughts on that?
I've enjoyed almost every movie he's done. He did Night in the Museum, which I recently watched. That movie's great.
I haven't seen it in a while.
It is... Excuse me. I forget how much of a great time it is.
He only did the first one. Yeah, the first one. Yeah,
which is the one I like the most.
Yeah.
I really like the Adam Project. I think I want to hold full judgment until after I see Deadpool and Wolverine to know, because I think... Check out our episode that we recently did with Winter Soldier, where we looked at like the Russo brothers who came in and then they hemmed the Endgames, duo.
Yeah.
And I think that was a great choice, right? Like it's great for them to be able to come in and man such a big project, because it's a huge project. I think especially with this, we have us not having an Avengers movie announced. Yeah.
No, I mean
we don't have is it announced? Is it? Oh no, there was. So there was.
It was originally supposed to be the King Dynasty,
right? But that's not going to happen. So, like, they're probably, like, trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
You want an Avengers movie.
I just want an Avenger movie. Yeah, that's all I want. Look, I think this is... Obviously, Disney and team have already seen whatever cut or version of Deadpool and Wolverine is out right now. And they must be excited to the point that they're having these early conversations with Shawn. He's been getting, obviously, a lot of success with Adam Project. I almost wonder, though, like, his recent success because of... Ryan Reynolds?
I mean...
Like, are we maybe getting ahead of ourselves and being like, yeah, let's give this guy, because his last 2 movies have been great. But
they're big with Ryan.
His last 3 movies have been great because of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean...
Wow, throwing some shade.
We'll see, though. Like, no. I just want an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Like... It's been too long.
It's been quite a bit, especially watching Winter Soldier, and then I did watch Civil War, and I was like, I want a big hype or a good Marvel setup.
It's interesting though that they didn't say anything about who was the director for Shang-Chi, Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yeah.
Right, like they just kind of like pushed him off to the side, like. He was supposed to direct the next Avengers, but
I think that they're doing a hard pivot backstage. I think that they're trying to they're doing with.
Well, did you hear also that Jordan Peele? Did you hear about this past week? Jordan Peele. I should have added this to the news. Jordan Peele had conversations about directing the next X-Men movie.
An X-Men movie. I did see this on Twitter,
and it's not happening.
Of course, it's not.
See, the MCU is in this phase where it's just like they're trying out new stuff, and I think a lot of directors and actors are probably like, this isn't what it used to be. I don't know that I want to commit myself.
Yes.
And then you get a prolific actor such as Jordan Peele to come in and say, pitch us your vision of what the X-Men would be. And he has a style, but also he has a brand.
He has a brand.
Like when you hear Jordan Peele's blank movie, or Jordan Peele is executive producing blank, like you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yes. Yes.
Is X-Men the right?
That's not doesn't fit his brand.
Unless he does like something like really like,
or if he does something like Logan, or like a like it's a standalone film on a specific character that is, you know, very specific. I mean, like I would say Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I feel like it's very much a
Sam Raimi
movie.
Yeah.
And he just took it and he made it his own, which I appreciated, right?
Yeah.
Like to me, that's kind of where that sort of thing goes. I think when you look at Shang-Chi or some of these other properties that are like, we want to do something bigger, they go for these. They do want more of a commitment because they're like looking to say, okay,
they're looking they're looking to like tie someone down and push them over and say like, here's how you're gonna do it. Here's what we have. Just execute on our vision.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Anyways,
we'll see though. It would have been cool though, a Jordan Peele X-Men movie.
I'm a killer.
You know how a couple years ago they did, what was it, the New Mutants?
Yes.
Which was like,
yeah, with
they
magic and stuff.
They pitched it as like a horror take on the X-Men.
Yeah. Great.
I never saw it.
It's fun.
Is it? Okay.
I really enjoy it.
Give him something like that.
Yeah.
Just like a horror story in the X-Men universe.
Yeah. I mean,
you can its own standalone thing.
Sinister, right?
Mr. Sinister?
Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. Word on the street is he's going to be in one of the shows, the Disney Plus shows. He's the villain.
I think Mr. Sinister, he could also do something good with Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Just because the way his powers are. Anyways, I don't know. Fun stuff to talk about. All right, next up, what we got?
So, a couple hours ago, Netflix announced the director's cut for Rebel Moon. I'm going to read to you the announcement from Netflix, directly from Netflix. Delve further into the mythology and madness of Zack Snyder's epic sci-fi saga in the viciously sexier, bloodier world of Rebel Moon. Chapter 1, Chalice of Blood, and Rebel Moon, Chapter 2, Curse of Forgiveness. I have so many thoughts on this.
Okay, tell me. I want to hear your thoughts.
Whenever you have an executive at any studio saying, sexier, bloodier, like, all right, dude, you're trying too hard. Get off of me. I feel dirty.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. You already know this. This is not. No, they're not happy.
No, they're not happy.
Well, okay, I'm not happy. Listen. We have not done a review. We've not done a single. I'm gonna say right now, these two movies are the exact same movie, almost exact. You know, just different, slightly modified plot, but same characters. It was like a version 2 of the first movie. Yeah. And this is not okay. Like, no. I think that Zack promised Netflix something. He did not deliver, even though he has all the elements there to make it amazing.
And you and I have talked about this. Like, this should have just been a series.
Yes.
You should have made the first movie into season 1, the second movie into season 2. Really take time to flesh out your characters, their motives, the threat, because there's so much storytelling here and like world building that it didn't work out. Even in your director's cut, I don't think you're gonna pull that off. Unless it's a 6-hour-long movie, each one, then no, like you can't do it.
The first 2 versions are long, and so you're telling me that we're gonna have a 4-hour-long, and all the actual dialogue and stuff is gonna be in that one? Like what the pants?
Yeah.
This is tragic. This may go down as just a really bad investment, and I really hope that something good comes from these new shit. But the fact that he's changing the names,
well, I don't think that's him. I think this is Netflix pushing this. I think they're almost trying to rebrand them and trick general audiences into saying
this is like a sequel.
This is something else. This is 100% what they're doing.
Oh.
They're almost trying to rebrand these movies to say like, oh, remember how you didn't like Child of whatever? And I don't even remember what they're called. What are they called? Rebel Moon? Wait, what are they called? Rebel Moon,
Child of Fire, and
Child
the
of
Scar
Fire,
Giver.
and the Scar. Okay, there you go. Well, here's the thing we didn't talk about last week in our movie news. Zack Snyder's doing a 300 prequel series. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Producing and might be writing. He hasn't said if he's directing. My biggest question was, wait, aren't you like exclusively doing stuff for Netflix? But because this didn't work out, Rebel Moon didn't work out, I think now he's going back. I think he might be done with Netflix.
Well,
he has that cartoon, that anime cartoon that's coming out in a couple months. But I think he might be...
Dude, these are going to be rated R. Yeah. It's just going to be like slow-mo blood shooting, maybe some nudity.
No, maybe. There is going to be some nudity in it. He's already said that.
Oh, this is going to be so...
They're each about like an extra hour long. Yeah. No. Look, I still haven't finished the second one. Like, I started and I turned it off.
It's so bad, huh?
I was just like, wait, we're repeating? What's going on?
It's like the same... It's like... They just like... Oh, so okay, I can't. Let's next. Tell me the next story.
I love Zack Snyder, dude. You're great, man. You seem like an incredible human being.
You do look. No, I agree with that.
The interviews I watch of him, I'm like, this guy. I would like hang out with him.
Here's the thing. I think that he feels like somebody who honestly, I think he should create a freaking YouTube channel and create all this stuff and throw his stuff out there, and like it's just like I think he's a great human being. I think he's got a very specific style that is wonderful. I just think there's more for you, Zach, to just like be okay with some help.
Look, you and I talked about this. His best movies are the ones that he came in to just direct.
Yeah.
The Dawn of the Dead, okay, written by James Gunn. Man of Steel, written by Jonathan Nolan.
Yep.
And story by Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan. Okay, and I think he might have had some input in the story, but wasn't credited for it. Right. He was just hired to come, here's our vision, direct this.
Right.
I think that's his sweet spot.
Yeah.
Where he can take someone else's vision and say, this is cool, man. And Zack Snyder voice, but we're going to throw bombs and all this stuff and like have someone like wrangle him in rather than just like, I'm going to write this massive story and I'm also going to add all this stuff visually. Like, no. I think that's his strength, and that's okay. Like, yeah, that's fine. He just needs to find like a good writer to like help wrangle him in.
Yeah.
Anyway, next bit of news: Hunger Games. Before I jump into this, how familiarized are you with the Hunger Games series?
So I read the whole initial series.
Okay.
I have not done anything with the prequel. I haven't done the prequel book,
the Ballad of Song and
Snake or something, or whatever
it was.
That came out. So that one was announced, and I was like, "Oh, new book." Yeah. I'm like, I should read that. Didn't read it, and then they came with a movie right away, which looks really great.
I watched it.
You like it?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I mean, I think that the world is a great place to put a story. Yeah. Like, there's very aggressive tension that's already built in. You have class division, and so there's a lot of elements that causes great things. So to me, I wanted to go see it. I just haven't, and so I think that this is great.
So this is the Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. This is coming out in 2026, so we're 2 years out from this.
2 years, okay.
What's her name? Suzanne Collins has always said, like, I'm done with Hunger Games. Unless there's a story for me worth telling, I'll write a book. Lionsgate has the rights to anything she writes, right? So, like...
Which, I mean, I don't know what the deal on that is, but that's pretty great.
That's a great deal.
It's a great deal. Yeah. Honestly, especially for, like, a writer like this, having the ability to say, I'm going to write something, and having a movie produced so fast.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Which is what happened with the Songbird one, right? So the same thing here. She has a book coming out, and then they've already said, like, we're going to do the movie on it. So this is the second quarter quell.
Yes.
Basically, Hey Mitch's story of how he won that one.
Let's be honest, we all love Hey Mitch.
I love Hey Mitch. I'm just kind of like surprised that she's writing a book and that they're making a movie on another Hunger Game. Like what I liked about the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, whatever it's called, is that it's just like the early stages. I think it was like
it was the first televised Hunger Games. So like it changed the whole thing, or became it started. It's the origin story of like how they got to where they were in the Hunger Games.
And it's more about like, you know, right, President Snow and whatnot as a young man, whatever. I just think like it's interesting that you're going back to tell a story, a specific Hunger Game story. What I would love.
Okay.
This is my pitch, because we don't. All right, we know that there's 70. The first Hunger Games starts with the 74th Hunger Games, right?
Yeah.
Now, and then we later find out there was Panem had some war amongst themselves, and then that's when they instituted the Hunger Games, right? To remind the people of Panem, blah, 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 right? I want to know a story like, and we don't know if Panem has existed for 5 years and then that war broke out, or if it existed for like 500 years, right?
Good question. Good point.
Like,
yeah.
we don't know how long Panem was established for.
Yeah.
I would love to like go back 200, 300 years when Panem, when the world became this dystopian society, and then Panem was established into its districts. Put it on HBO, put it on Apple TV, make it like really gritty and like a political thriller.
Oh, yes.
About Panem, the deceitfulness from the politics, and like having to organize this tyrannical society. That's what I want. Forget Hunger Games and just make it about Panem.
Yeah, that would be great.
Like that's what I think. It's risky because like you have to, like, there is no association or tie-in to the Hunger Games, right?
Who cares? But
which is the brand.
Yeah. But you create the story of like what causes the divisions that then sets the tone of like what you're trying to remember. Like let's, you know, I don't know, it would be great.
Was Panem ever like a democratic republic where people were happy? Anyways.
Pretty great. That's awesome. I would love that.
Francis Lawrence, though, let's come back to this, who directed the last 4 of these. This guy has just based his entire career on Hunger Games.
And I'm going to say,
like, good for him.
Again, who cares? It's a good deal.
Yeah.
You to me as a filmmaker, having a property or something that you've like thoroughly entrenched yourself with, you have a relationship possibly with the author, you understand what the goal, what the vision, how to adapt that for screen is super essential. Yeah. Because then otherwise you get something where like you get, you know, like Harry Potter, where there's so many, you get such a variety of how things are depicted, and in some of them might lackluster because people want more of a specific element of this book. In this, I think they do such a phenomenal job in telling the stories for this world.
Yeah, no, good for him. He's in early conversations to return to direct it, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Okay, those are the news for the week. Let us know your thoughts. What has you excited about what we've talked about? And if there's anything you want us to talk about next week, comment below and we'll add it to our docket.
See you in the next one.